Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Anything Goes. My name's Andrew Deek, and today I'm proud to be joined by the one, the only Matty the Jedi Floyd. Matt Floyd, how you doing, my man?
Good brother, thanks for having me, man.
It's a pleasure as always. It's been a while. It's been a few months. I don't even know if it's been since last year, but maybe it's been since last year. We'll talk about it there. Last time I saw you, obviously Shane Mosley fight. You ended up fighting James DeGale. I was hoping on a rematch of that, which you said could still possibly happen. What goes on with that?
Yeah, it was close. Obviously, we were supposed to fight Chase more. Now I'm fighting Anthony Taylor. But we are close to almost fighting James as well as even this one, but we just couldn't get it in time. But it was very, very close. But you never know what happens from here.
Um, like you said off camera, second, if not joint biggest name in Misfits right now. Co-main event as well. How proud of you to have this fight and for the Misfits World title in your first attempt on being on the show.
Yeah, I'm very happy, but with me, I always think everything is meant to be. Like I think everything happens for a reason, so it's always destiny to me.
Like I said, other influencers and celebrities, and people think again, not just this destined, but people have said, "Oh, it's come from rich or money or being famous." But you're not an actor. You're not someone that came from a rich family. You literally put pen to paper and you wrote it, and you said so many times, and you've worked so hard over the last 2 years. Do you think it's come quick enough, or do you think it's a bit too long? But you're happy that it's happened the way it has.
It's been a lot more than 2 years. Obviously, like I've been training and fighting and doing this for a long time. But like I said, like everything happens like for a reason, and everything happens when it's supposed to. And I believe that.
And do you see this as a fresh start on Misfits? Do you think when you'll go into the ring, they'll look at your boxing record, they'll look at your Shane and James DeGale fight, or they'll just look at this Matt Floyd 0-0 against Anthony Taylor for the first time?
I think like what you just said. I think Anthony Taylor is a bit of a character. I don't think he really understands fighting so much. He just thinks it's all like WWE. So I don't think he actually realizes what he's facing. But I mean, that works in my favor. I can make more of a show of it and have more fun with it.
And as you said there, main event on June 13th is Tommy Fury versus Eddie Hall. What do you make of it? Because Tommy and Eddie have made a lot of YouTube videos together, are friends. Do you think it's more like, is it friendly or is it friendship aside, we're going to have a fight in the ring and once it's done, we'll go back to being friends? Or do you think it's genuine? Like, what do you think?
I think it would be friendship aside, but now we're fighting. I think Eddie Hall doesn't stand a chance, but I think Eddie Hall is obviously he was the strongest man in the world, so he's a competitor. So he's not just going to go in and not be a competitor. He's going to be competitive, but it's just not going to be enough. I think Tommy's probably going to carry him for the first few rounds to make it more of a show. But I think it is a circus fight, but that's what everyone loves, and it's most likely probably going to do really well and sell really well because it is what it is. And hopefully it does for them, and for hopefully it's enjoyable for all the fans and that.
Obviously, Eddie wanted Tyson. What do you think would have been a better fight, Eddie versus Tyson or Eddie versus Tommy?
I think both fights are easy fight. I mean, Tyson is obviously much better than Tommy, so it would just be an even easier fight for Tyson than it's going to be for Tommy. But they're both.
And
Yeah.
talk about it there. Do you think, obviously, 110, 120 pound difference, 50, 60 kg difference? Do you think if Eddie lands one big shot on Tommy,
No,
the fight could be over? Or it's not
no.
true heavyweight boxing, it's Tommy's boxing versus Eddie's physique?
It doesn't matter about these big guys. I mean, I've trained with a few of these strong men. I'm friends with this guy. I think he's ranked maybe like five in Australia or something. I know it's not what Eddie Hall is best in the world, but I know and watched a lot of it, and they don't know how to like their power is different power to punch power, so it doesn't really matter. You've seen plenty of times. Everyone's seen plenty of times where these big, massive dudes, can't fight on the street. It's just, I've got a friend that's a professional weightlifter, and he trains. He loves his training. He trains more than probably most people I've ever seen. He trains for hours every day for about 2 years at my gym, and we'll try really hard to get him a fight, but he just couldn't get it. Like his body, he was so big, his body just couldn't, like he couldn't undo all the big that he'd already done. So it's like no matter how much he was training, he stopped all the weights. He was eating all the lean to lose weight. He just couldn't get it as much as he trained. It's just, yeah, it's not going to be, it's going to be an easy fight for Tommy.
And do you think because it's 6 minutes, so 6 rounds in 2 minutes instead of your traditional 3 minutes, do you think Tommy stops him or wins on points?
Tommy hasn't really shown that he's really got any power so far, hasn't he? So he's probably gonna, I don't know, like, yeah, it'd probably, like probably go all the way just because Tommy hasn't got any power. Like I think most people. I mean, what is it? 6 rounds, is it? I don't even know it was 6 rounds.
Six
You
rounds
just
in
said
two
that. Is that what
minutes.
you said?
Yeah, 2 minutes and 6 rounds, I
Oh,
believe.
6-2s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably 6-2s is pretty unlikely that Tommy's going to knock him out.
And
I think it'll get stopped. I've always said from the start that I think it's going to get stopped to like accumulation of punches. So I think Tommy will just like hit him, maybe in the third or fourth round. He'll be overwhelming. He'll just keep hitting him without Eddie hitting back. So they'll stop the fight.
And I didn't interview you at the time, but obviously since I last interviewed you, in his documentary, they actually showed a picture of your image of you versus Tommy Fury at Wembley Stadium. Do you think that's got his attention? And why didn't you get Tommy instead? Because you wanted Tommy for a long time, and it probably should have been you and Tommy.
I don't know if I got his attention then, but I know I definitely got his attention now after I beat Shane Mosley in the James DeGale fight. And I've spoken to John Fury on the phone. I was very close to fighting Tommy Fury. If Eddie Hall didn't happen, I think it was going to, it would have been me and Tommy. So, like I'm not like chasing Tommy Fury. Like I want to fight Tommy Fury. I just want his platform. Himself. Like there's plenty of other fighters I'd probably rather fight. It's just I want his platform. And like and I was close a few times. That's why I chased it. And now, I'm right there. And like now I beat Anthony Taylor, and there's no one else really on Misfits except for Tommy after that. So this, and he's going to have to fight me. I'm going to bring up how John said he would fight me and how he said he would fight me. So, and they can't deny that because it was said over the phone. And so, a lot's going to be said, and hopefully he will put his money where his mouth is, and he'll fight me after I beat Anthony and after he beats Eddie.
And obviously, he fought Anthony Taylor prior to fighting Jake Paul. Jake Paul basically said, "This is my sparring partner. Beat him first, and you can have me." What did you think of Tommy's performance against Anthony Taylor?
He didn't really do much, did he? I think I'm gonna, I will stop Anthony pretty early. So, yeah, he didn't really do much. It looked like a bit of a sparring session.
What have you made of Anthony's career on Misfits so far? Obviously, the Gabe Silver fight. He fought Idris Virgo. Obviously, champion right now. What do you think of Anthony Taylor? And like you said, do you believe he's a showman or do you think he's a real fighter because he's a former MMA fighter?
I think he's done all right, man. He's done a lot for Misfits. He's been there from, I think, the start, and he deserves, everything. He deserves, what he's done so far. I don't think he's, a good boxer, a very good boxer. I think it's going to be, an easy fight for me.
How many rounds is it? 6 or 8?
I'm trying to get more. I'm pretty sure it's 6. I think it has to be a minimum of 6 because it's for the world title. But hopefully we can get more. The more, the better for me.
And obviously, light heavyweight, do you think you stop him early, like you said? Do you think you knock him out, or do you just break him apart?
I never. I was always told, you can never go for a knockout, and obviously that makes sense because it's better to be calm in a fight. You don't go out there trying to knock someone out. But I think, from everything that I've done and from what I've seen, I think I will probably stop him in like early rounds, man, like third round or something.
And talk about the text messages of him, DMs online.
I think he's just real keen to make OnlyFans content. I don't think he wants to fight me, and I can't blame him. But like it could be part of his trolling. It could be part of his WWE stuff. It's probably legit. By the looks of him, he's a bit of a character, so I think he's probably pretty keen on. I got told that his OnlyFans is because I know a friend messaged him about it, and he said, "Oh, he only does boxing content." So who knows what he's on about?
And how chaotic is the presser going to be? You're going to go for Anthony. He's going to go for you. You're going to go for Tommy. How are you prepared for the press conference more than a fight?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for everyone. It's gonna be like when I went to James DeGale presser when there was Tony Bellew and all his mates there. And I just went in there and put it on everyone. Um, it's gonna be the same thing, man. I think Misfits is suited for me because I have a lot of fun with it all. I've been in genuine life and death situations growing up, and all this stuff's just fun. I try to have as much fun as I can. I'm very calm because none of it's serious to me. Like none of it's life threatening. So I have a lot of fun with it, and these people they don't like it, man, and they it always something always arises from it all, and I just have more fun with it. The more hectic the situation, the more chaotic, the more fun I have with it, bro. So I think this place is made for me.
And let's talk about it then. We've kind of broken it down already, but in comparison to Shane, in comparison to James DeGale, what type of fight will this be? Will it be scrappy? Will it be boxing? Will it be like you just got to ragdoll him and get him off of you? What type of fight do you think it will be? Because it's not BKFC.
It doesn't matter if it becomes any of the things that you've just mentioned. I win every single one. I win if it's ragdolling him around. I win if it's a scrappy fight. I win if it's boxing. Like there's nothing like I'll win everything. So it doesn't matter what it becomes. I never plan for any fight. I don't really watch my opponents, man. I don't think I watched any footage of James DeGale. And he's probably if you're going to watch any footage, it should be on Olympic gold medalist. So I don't really watch because I fight so different. I'm so unique. I'm such a different fighter that I change, these other fighters from the start. So from the start, like they never fight how they fought in the past anyway. And also, fights always change. You come up with a game plan. It never ever, especially for me, it never ever is part like it never sticks to the game plan. It's always different once you get it as soon as the first punch on. So I don't bother. Um, so much with that stuff. I sort of know like what people are going to do, and I just prepare for like little things like if they're just going to go for a right overhand, for example, things like that. Like I'll watch out for little things like that. But apart from that, bro, I let it go.
And who's going to be in your corner? Who's going to be your corner team?
We've got obviously the boys from Ireland. Like Connor's boxing coach Phil Sutcliffe and that and yeah, I don't know how many people can have in your corner Misfits. Is it two or three?
I think you can have a main, you can have a cut man. I think it's three, but max maybe four, but I think it's about three that you could have.
So it'll be like I'm going to Ireland now, so I'll be going to Ireland in like 2 weeks, and then I'll be training over there for I think what is it like 3 or 4 weeks, whatever. And then I'll go to England and train in Liverpool for a week or two, however that works out for timing. And I haven't really thought yet because I haven't left here yet. I'm still in West Australia, so I've got a lot going on over here, so I'm sort of doing it one step at a time. There's heaps going on.
And like I said, just to round off on the boxing, after Anthony Taylor, God willing, you get through him. And where do you want to go? You want to defend the title? You want to take the Misfits roster? Do you want to be Misfits King? Or Tommy next step, right?
Yeah, one or yeah. Well, I mean, Anthony's probably like, it is. There's only really Tommy after him, isn't there? I don't think KSI is fighting again. Andrew Tate certainly won't fight me. And I don't think he's fighting again anyway. So there's only really Tommy, and I mean, I'll do whatever they want fight whatever they want me to fight. So I'm happy to do it all. I'll take his belt, and I want to take the crown. When I do anything, bro, I'll go straight for the top, bro. I don't, you know.
And do you think the chase fights happen? The chase fight happens. The James DeGale fight happens, or you're not? It's not on your mind. It's just whoever there is.
I don't really care, man. I don't think Chase is like he's like a heavyweight, so I think that was going to happen on a different platform. So that was going to. I mean, he signed for the fight, and he signed a contract when he was still signed. I didn't understand any of this stuff. Obviously, people said you want to fight Chase, and I just said yeah. He was already contracted with. He was still contracted elsewhere, and he signed for this when he shouldn't have. So I didn't understand all that, and then that's how I ended up on Misfits. So, well, I was always going to be on Misfits. I think they're looking at me anyway, but that sort of like it made I had to end up fighting Chase, and now I'm fighting, which I'm happy with. I'd rather fight Anthony anyway. I think he's a bigger name. He's got the title. I think he's done a lot more. And I think this platform is, it's obviously for this boxing, for the crossover, if that's what we want to call it, or celebrity boxing, it's the biggest platform in the world. And I think it's going to be the biggest opportunity as long as I do the right things. And I think only I can, mess it up from here. So I'm on a 3-fight contract, and I think, I fight
Nice.
Anthony, I beat him, I beat Tommy Fury. And then, like maybe, what's his name? Jake Paul will want to fight me because, I've spoken to you before about how I want to fight the best fighters in the world, and I was trying to do that. I was a 15-0 professional fighter, and I was doing, going to other countries and on my own, and it was just that road was going to take a lot longer. I was happy to do that long, hard road, but I obviously ended up on this road. So now I'm trying to get on, these platforms and fight, Tommy, and then fight Jake Paul, and then use their platform to fight, to do what I want to do, which is to fight the best fighters in the world, to be able to call out, your Canelo Alvarez's and things like that. And I'll have the boxing background and the platform to be able to do it. I've just jumped the queue a little bit. You know what I mean?
And that is sick, bro. I didn't realize it was a free fight contract. Congratulations. I genuinely am proud of you. I always am. So, talk about it there, just out of interest. How did you get the call? Was it Calais? Was it Mams? Or was it Anthony? Who asked you? And how did you get signed for free fights?
I speak to Mams, and I've been speaking to Mams. I was speaking to Mams last year, like when um since I met him at, I think, Darren Till's fight. And yeah, we've been speaking on and off, and then obviously started speaking more and more, and then I finally got on the. He liked me and my story, and he gave me a 3-fight contract. I think I don't know if he feels like I earned it, or he likes my story. I'm not really sure, but it's what's happened, and hope hopefully maybe he sees something as well with me. I'm not sure, but I'm just. It's up to me now, to make the most of it. Only I can mess it up. So my mindset's got to be right, and it's going to be. And as long as my mindset's right, everything's certain from here.
And just before we end off, I just want to come off of boxing for a moment. So I did ask you, and obviously I want to talk about it. It's where you came from, and you did it without cameras. You did it without social media. What do you make of Ed Matthews, HS Tiki Toki, Vitali, all of the Gideon, all of these YouTubers and streamers, like baiting out and like with the Predators? What do you think? And obviously there's been times that it's gone wrong, but what do you think about it? Do you think they've done it for their own clout, or they're doing it for the right reasons?
I mean, when we did it, um, like obviously there was no social media and that. Like we just got pedophiles because we just wanted to get pedophiles, and no one knew about it. I mean, as long as pedophiles are going down as great as possible, you know, whether it means from what they're doing or you know, hopefully, you know, if they're winning the fight or the battle against the pedophiles and the system, I mean, if that's what's working, that's great. I mean, if they are doing that for clout, if they are doing it for clicks or whatever, I mean, as long as the pedophiles are going down, I guess who cares? Like, so be it. Who knows what it might be a bit of both. Maybe they're doing it for both. I'm not sure. But as long as pedophiles are going down, and you know, and hopefully these guys' intentions and their hearts are all good while they're doing it. That's the most you know we can really want and hope for.
A bit different to your general questions that you'll get, but how's life been and what movies have you been watching? What have you been doing off of boxing?
Man, I've been buying games like I want a Crimson Desert, and I just haven't been playing them. Like I don't never have the time. I really want to. When you know when I'm over there, I always play games for a few hours, and I always manage to get in, especially fight day, because that's what I do. I play PlayStation on the fight days, and I haven't had any time to play any game since since I fought James. I think the last time I played a game was when I fought James ago, the day of the fight. But I will get into it. I have to. And movies, same thing, man. I think I've been in the movies a few times, like the cinema. Um, Actually, I saw a really good movie the other day. If you haven't seen it, you got to see this. It was like Hail Mary or something.
Okay.
Project Hail Mary with Ryan Gosling. Oh, it's so good, bro. It's really good. You got to watch it. I liked it.
I'm just gonna jot that
Very
down
good. It went
now.
for like 3 hours, but
Everyone's
yeah,
been raving on about the Michael
Project Hail
Jackson
Mary.
movie.
I
Oh,
haven't
it's
seen it. I got to watch it. My, eh?
sorry. It's got Ryan Gosling in it, so yeah, it better be good.
That it's a really honestly, it's a really good. I'm very picky with movies. It's very good. I saw a few other movies that was shit, but this was good. And there's I saw Goat, that cartoon with the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this one uh, what did you say? Oh, the Michael Jackson movie. I
Yeah.
I'll watch it probably on TV. I'll watch it on TV, but because I never watch the documentaries and I never think to go to the movies for it. I never think, oh, it's going to be like epic, like a cinema sort of movie. So I always watch it on TV. But maybe like if it's real good, everyone's been raving on about it. It's probably saying I should go see it at the cinema.
And two more questions related to this. When are we gonna get Netflix or Disney or Hulu to do a documentary on you?
So they are like writing. They're doing a book and they are talking about a documentary. It's been my no, I wouldn't call it laziness. I've just been real busy, man. I need to get around to it, and obviously I want to do it properly. So, and it's like, do I do that now? Like, I'm nowhere near where I've got so much more to do, you know, with fighting and that. So it's like, do I wait a few more fights? I don't know. Like, so I don't know, but they are doing it. Like the book, I'm saying someone's writing it now just because I think like it can't hurt. Like if it starts now, doesn't mean it has to be finished now. But yeah, they're doing all like we're looking at it all.
The journey's not finished and the chapter isn't closed. And the last one on movies, just because I've said it, if you could have one actor to play you in a Matt Floyd movie, who would it be?
Brad Pitt.
Oh, I like that. Everyone goes for Leonardo DiCaprio,
nah,
but I like that.
I'm only joking, man. But no, Brad Pitt from Troy, but when he had like a six pack, because that's me, you know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Anyone, maybe even Tom Hardy.
Oh, Tom Hardy's a good one too. Oh, really intense with all of his movies. And just before I let you go, Matt, break it down, sell it to the fans. June 13th in Manchester. your debut on Misfits, co-main event, Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor for the Misfits light heavyweight world title. How does it go down, and how do you beat Anthony Taylor?
I beat him by knockout, and I mean, everyone should tune in, especially people, like if they're going to see the Misfits King get knocked out. But I mean, out with the old and in with the new, right?
And final message to your fans and everyone that supported you and everyone that will be there in Manchester.
I appreciate everyone, man, and it's a crazy journey. It's been hard for me to talk about, and so I just appreciate all the support and everyone, and yeah, it'll be good. I always try and give back as much as I can, and I always try and give as much time as I can to everyone. So I try and speak to everyone, and I always will. Even if I get bigger or I don't, I'll always say the same, and I'll keep doing the same.
And that's what I love. You're always humble. No matter if you have 5 million followers, 200,000 followers, you're always there for your fans. And that shows a true gentleman in the ring and outside the ring. God bless Mighty the Jedi Floyd. All the best. June 13th. And hopefully a W on the 14th of June on the next day on the newspapers.
Thank you, brother. May the force be with you.
May the force be with you too.